Welcome to the Sleazy Podcast, the podcast about anything and everything, but mostly TV and movies.
And your
now
mom.
It's time to get sleazy.
All right, you heard the intro. It is time to get sleazy. I'm your host, Sleazy, and this is episode 144 of the Sleazy Podcast. So,
you know that means there's technically like 144 hours of content out there,
there is.
or there will be at least after this episode.
Yes,
It's a
yes, it is. It is a lot. And tonight, I'm joined by my right-hand man, my number one, Mr. PBS.
Howdy.
He's really not motivated a whole lot to come out here most nights, but he's here tonight and he's here early.
It's hard to leave the fortress of solitude, you know?
That's right. I hear you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, who could forget our producer, Rob Zilla,
Hello.
who's
Shitty producer, by the way.
not really a producer. He just takes up space and air.
I do what I can.
Yeah, and drinks water.
Hard job.
He drinks me out of water every other Friday. But
I do.
we're back, fresh off of our Halloween episode. We made it work. We had special guest Matthew Talbot on, and we called him Mr. Matt. You know, I didn't even think about it. We should have totally called him Mr. T.
Yeah.
Right.
That would have been way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Nothing like the real Mr. T.
But these guys gave you all you can handle in that horror trivia challenge.
No, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, but you were calm under pressure. I don't get it, man.
He's stone cold.
I try.
You are a fucking animal in trivia. Like you're just like sitting there like I got it.
I think the funny part was he's like, man, I didn't expect to be so many trivia questions about the movie Hush. I was like, there's like
yeah.
3 or
Well,
4.
it's funny. Hush and 30 Days of Nights kept popping up
Yeah.
on the car. Like it's not the only thing that's like premeditated this year as far as like the trivia questions was Hot Sauce's bonus Scoville round.
Right. And he came up
So,
with those on his own.
yeah, and he did all
Dude.
those his own. And,
fantastic.
yeah, he's good. Anything you give Hot Sauce, he just takes it and owns it. So unlike you,
That's
He,
true.
he better. It's not like he's got a job or nothing.
I still
Yeah, right.
have like that garland, the Halloween garland.
Your
I wrap.
feather boa.
I'm not doing that next year. It was too much to clean up. I had the little hand vac, and I'm like, oh, and I'm still more and more shit just keeps popping up. I'm like, fuck it.
Now you know how the Hulkster felt with all those boas.
Yeah. Well, and the boa left tons of feathers everywhere, all through this fucking place.
Mhm.
I'm like, I just threw it in the Halloween box, and I'm like, I don't know if I'll probably have it on for trivia next year, but
Yeah.
it made me hot and like uncomfortable too. Like
And
I felt like I was sweating the whole time. I was like, God damn. But
Fucking boas.
it's over with. Well, I won't have to endure it until next year, unless I want to have a Christmas boa. But
Why not? Or you like a Christmas scarf.
yeah. And that's another thing. Now that's over, I have to start planning our Christmas card this year.
It's true.
Are we going to do a live photo, or am I going to continue to Photoshop on some ridiculous family photo?
I don't know.
That's the question.
I really like the family photo ones.
You
they
just
kick
don't
on
want to
me.
get out. That's
Oh,
all
I
it
don't
is.
care. Either way, I just enjoy those.
He doesn't want to have the photographer turn the music on. And, all right, Robert,
Need you to pose.
You need to
relax. I'm just going to take some
you need to
pictures.
find like a
I can't keep straight.
like a
face
group
if you
photo of like serial killers or something, and then just put our faces on it.
Yeah.
Apparently serial killers are in this year still.
don't. Yeah.
Dahmer has brought the serial killer genre back. I mean, it was Ted
New-
Bundy a couple years ago. Now it's Dahmer.
Just
New
want to take some
rave.
pictures.
Gotta take some pictures.
Have you watched that yet? Oh, man, it's good.
That's my goddamn mannequin, Grandma.
Fuck. Fuck.
I don't like that language, John.
Yeah. Jeffrey.
Sorry, Jeffrey.
John. Where the fuck you
I
getting
don't know.
John from?
It's a J. It's in the ballpark.
God damn.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Rob?
It's the fog.
How was everybody's week? Or 2 weeks, since
It was a week.
it was a week. It was
Yeah.
a week. I mean, you do anything special?
Yeah.
Watch anything good?
I don't think I didn't have a whole lot of extra time this week to watch anything. I don't think.
Okay.
No movies anyway.
No movies?
Try to keep up with baseball just a little bit.
Oh, so you've been watching the World Series.
Yeah, just kind of here and there. I like. I'm not a sports guy. I think I've said that.
Who are you rooting for?
Nobody. I wasn't watching it enough to really root for anybody. I guess technically, I either root for the team that's closest to home. So like when the Indians or the Guardians now are in it, I root for the Guardians. I tend to just try to root for the underdog. because I like to see a good couple of games.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see like a 5-game sweep or whatever, or
Right.
4-game
right.
sweep.
4-game sweep. I'm just kind of hoping.
Guess that means I'm rooting for the Phillies.
Yeah, I kind of want the Phillies to win. I mean, nobody wants the Astros to win after that cheating scandal,
Yeah.
except for people in Texas. But I kind of want to see. I want to see the Phillies win, and I want to see the Eagles win the Super Bowl this year. Because mainly, I just want to see those people destroy Philadelphia again, eat horse shit and stuff like that. I mean, those people are crazy.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they're some rowdy fans, dude.
Yeah.
And they went wild when they won that Super Bowl. So I can't imagine if they won the World Series and the Super Bowl this year, they'd go nuts.
It's gonna be like a purge.
Shut
Yeah.
the town down. It
Yeah.
would look like a Walking Dead town.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for real, it will. I mean, they're fucking nuts out there. But what about you, Robzilla?
Just been working, and then just try to get in as much as I can with my Halloween movies before end of Halloween. I didn't really watch any like the old classics, but I did try to watch stuff that I have not watched before. I watched. There's actually a good selection on Tubi, some old stuff and kind of new stuff I haven't watched. I watched the Office Uprising. If you've seen the movie Mayhem, or like the Belko Experiment, it's similar to that. It's just a very low quality one. It's entertaining, but it's like
I like both of those, so I'd imagine I'd like this one.
Yeah, it's entertaining, but like if you want to compare, if you want to compare it, it's kind of like
it's got some decent people in it.
Yeah, it has a good cast, but it's kind of typical story.
Okay,
but it's entertaining.
All right,
that's just the stuff I try to watch, and then we're going to talk about a segment that I watched as well on the few segments here in a minute.
Oh, okay, all right. So I saw Black Adam. Was it last week? I want to say
they said last week or 2 weeks.
Yeah, last week on Tuesday. So
you're the one.
I tried to get Rob, but Rob disappeared for like 3 days. There was
I disconnected.
He went AWOL.
Yeah, there was no like communication or anything. It was just like one day he showed back up and he was like, "Sorry, I've been disconnected, guys."
Hey, that's what I said. I apologize.
I just couldn't pick up the phone and reply back.
Couldn't.
Yeah, I could have been dead for all you know. I wouldn't have gave a shit.
Yeah,
I couldn't bother to say I'm okay while I was sitting on the toilet scrolling through Twitter.
I couldn't give the AG. Oh, good.
Well, that's false. I don't go through Twitter.
No.
F that blue check mark.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. I saw Black Adam, and then yesterday I had a little mother-son trip with my mom. We went out to Yellow Springs, Ohio, home of Dave Chappelle, and
his current home, right?
Yeah,
a house out there, or a farm somewhere.
Yeah, he's got a farm out there somewhere. I don't know where it is. I didn't attempt to look for it or anything like that. I just, me and my mom both wanted to just check the town out and experience it because everybody says how cool of a place it is. But we found a place to park, and then we just got out and walked the main drag downtown area there. And there's all kinds of shops. I mean, there's shops within shops. There's places to do yoga. I mean, there's a little bit of everything there, especially if you're into the hippie culture or anything of that nature. But
if you're into smoking the devil's lettuce,
there's a lot of, and it's funny, I didn't smell any weed the whole time I was down there, which I thought was really weird
because they got the good shit, so they don't even smell.
I guess so. Which after our last time recording,
Jesus Christ.
But I tell you, I went to the movies when I saw Black Adam on $5 movie night. It's bad when you walk into the theater. Because, when you walk into a theater, it's an overwhelming smell of fresh popcorn.
It's that and Pepsi. That's what you smell.
And that butter, and it's bad when you walk in there and the smell of weed overtakes that,
That's potent.
Listen, man, I don't give a shit what anybody does in their free time. Whatever you got to do to escape from reality and get yourself ready for the next day, that's on you. You want to smoke weed? That's fine. I don't care. I'm not saying it should be illegal. I don't give a shit about that. I think it should be legal. It would contribute to a lot of things in our society as far as tax dollars go. But I don't want to go to the
movies. Keep it at home, damn it.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the movies and smell your skunk weed.
It's the same thing with smoking or vaping.
Yeah. Like I don't want to smell cigarettes or an ashtray while I'm trying to fucking enjoy a movie. And for me, I'm very sensitive to certain smells.
Yeah.
And like the whole time I'm watching Black Adam, it's all I can fucking smell.
Hmm.
And I started to get a little bit of a headache from it. And I was just like, God damn, this is uncomfortable. This is why people are not going to the movies anymore. That and motherfuckers on their phone. And there was a person with an iPhone, and these iPhones, they have the fucking lights when people get a text message. So even when the phone is on fucking silent, there's like a light going off to the side of you or behind you.
And
And you think you're having a fucking seizure, and you're like, oh, it's just that asshole's iPhone back there. Like, put it in your fucking pocket. You can't go an hour and a half or 2 hours without looking at your fucking phone. Like, is it that important to message that person back that really doesn't give a shit about you?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
The thing that
we
always
know
gets
they
me
don't.
is like, can you at least dim it? Does the brightness have to be on 100?
Right.
Right.
If you're getting that thing out for a family emergency, like turn it down. Just turn it down.
Yeah.
Like, if you've got a phone call and like it's your wife or girlfriend having a baby, get the fuck up and go out in the hallway and take the phone call. Am I right? I mean,
That's too much to ask for these days.
and and what happened to, smelling decent and clean when you went out in the public? It's like motherfuckers just don't care nowadays. There's this whole generation that does not give a fuck about other people.
Nope.
I was just watching I leave like Seinfeld on Netflix and just kind of play when I'm around the house. And I was just watching the episode where George comes over wearing sweatpants, and Jerry's like, you know what this says? This says to other people that I give up.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
I can remember my dad, like, as a, kid,
And I'm all for comfort.
like going out and hanging out with friends. I remember one time I had basketball shorts on. He's like, you're not fucking going out looking like that. Like, put on a nice pair of fucking jeans and act like you got some sense when you go out. It's like nowadays motherfuckers don't care. They just show up in their fucking pajamas and stinking like weed and just no fucking care in the world about anybody else's, sensitivities or anything of that nature. And it's weird because it's the generation that's complaining about sensitivities. You know what I mean?
I'm sorry, JJ, but you smell like dog shit, so I don't care what you're paying.
Yeah, it's just really fucking weird, man. But
I really wish we had more ways for people to deal with that. Like I out in public, you get some smelly people.
Yeah.
And you got to ask yourself, do they not have a washer and dryer at home? Do they not have running water? Did they not get a shower? Like, I wish there was some place where somebody could just go get a shower, go wash all your clothes, cheap, free, whatever. I'll put it in my taxes. I will happily pay for that.
Right.
To get those people like here. No need for me to smell that. No need for you to be
$10 a month. Go shower at fucking Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
You know what I
YMCA,
mean?
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever infrastructure we need to do.
Flying
Let's do
J
that.
for fuck's sake.
But I mean, even like, when we were growing up, if you went out and you did a little bit of smoking or something of that nature, even if you drank, you smoked, made sure you had some cologne or something of that nature to mask the smell.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For some reason, it helps when you're outside and it's kind of chilly because your leg kind of
Yeah.
like it flew off of you a little bit.
But even then, you probably still smelled of some
Yeah.
sort. But people just, they don't fucking care. And even if you drank, you had
A Tic Tac.
a Tic Tac or
Oh,
some
Yeah, you had the
some
shitload of
mouth
mints.
some
gum,
mouthwash in your fucking car. Like,
Yeah, something.
I always carry gum in my car. You never know. Like, after you eat, you may have to speak to somebody, and you don't want to fucking smell like you ate a shit sandwich. But motherfuckers nowadays, they don't fucking care. It's all about them and their comfort level. They don't fucking care that if they smell like shit and they ruin your experience in the theater or wherever you're at, you're dining. It is a fucking mess. And they're going to wonder why things go away, like the movies and stuff like that. It's because people don't want to fucking go and have you ruin their fucking experience. It's terrible.
It's becoming less and less I want to go out.
Yeah, like, there's very few things I enjoy in life, but going to the movies and going out to eat with my friends, like the movies in particular, I feel like is a magical place. There's just so much you get out of the experience, with the crowd and everything, and seeing a movie for the first time and, reacting with other people, and then just being out to eat with your friends and having good conversations and stuff like that.
That's all we need.
It's all going to go away because people don't know how to act in public anymore.
Like, bro, let me give you some deodorant or something. I
Yeah.
will give it to you.
Like, what's that fucking, like, here's some fucking axe spray. Cover that fucking skunk weed smell
Yeah.
up.
Axe yourself in your fucking mouth. Just walk away from me and just
Yeah.
enjoy your day, sir.
That, and, you know, I mean, it's like people don't even brush their teeth anymore.
No.
I mean, it's just, I hate to sound like I'm bitching. I am bitching, but
It's true though.
this is an epidemic that we're going through. That people just don't know how to take care of themselves anymore. I think they do. They just don't fucking care.
It's
Is what
don't
it
care.
is. But yeah. But anyways, I went to Yellow Springs. It is a hippie town. It is a hippie town, and lots of cool places to eat there, and pizza places, burger joints, stuff like that, cafes. And then, you know, it's all, you know, it's hippie. So you got to expect the biodegradable straws, stuff like that.
Homebrewed cola.
No, not really.
Really?
I had a Coke there yesterday. I went to Peach's Grill. Actually got a burger and some fries. The fries were fucking amazing.
Well, they're beer battered, right?
They were beer battered steak fries.
Okay.
I've never had beer battered steak fries. I've had regular beer battered fries, but these were fucking good.
I never had either. I've seen them, but
It was good, man. And I mean, there's a lot of laid back people in this town. Like I was in Peaches and these dudes were like, oh, fuck that, motherfuck this, fuck that. These are two servers, you know, they just did not care about it. Like they knew they weren't going to lose their jobs unless they fucking whip their dick out and hit somebody with it. You
did
know?
they walk up to you like, hey, what the fuck you want, bro?
No, they were pretty cool. Yeah, they were really cool. I mean, the one guy came up, he's like, hey, you know, I'm BJ, you know, if there's anything you need, just let me know, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, gave you the special for the day and everything. But, yeah.
You know what just hit me? Robzilla talking about his steak fries. Remember when Robzilla used to go out to eat places, like nice places?
Yeah, he doesn't do that anymore.
He don't go anywhere anymore.
That's when you got a larger mortgage.
He used to take, remember when he used to take pictures of everything?
Yeah. What happened?
Here's my fucking tomatoes that I get for breakfast every Saturday.
We don't have like Robzilla's gourmet restaurant report anymore. I kind of missed that. Now that
That's what you call
I
me.
don't know why. It all just rushed back to me there.
It's
Robzilla's-
boring. I just don't want to be connected to the media.
He let that fiance talk him into a nice house, you know.
Mm-hmm.
His house wasn't good enough, so he had to move out to the suburbs.
Trust me, it's weird being out there.
I bet you feel like you don't belong.
Oh, I was talking to my neighbor one time, and he's like, "Yeah, there's people who just over walking by, like, oh, hey, how you doing, neighbor?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine." I'm like, "I'm not fucking used to that." I'm like, "I'm from the South End." I'm like, "These motherfuckers talking to me." He's like,
See your neighbor down there. You're like, what the fuck is that guy doing out?
"Yeah," and almost every other like elderly person has a fucking golf cart just trolling by. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey,
But anyways, we went into like almost a lot of the shops there, and every shop had the same fucking smell. Like it wasn't like a terrible smell, but it was like, you know, when you're in a place that's old,
like an old
you
smell.
smell that old carpet smell and old possession smell, you know, like old clothes, stuff like that.
That's not old. That's vintage.
Yeah, it was like that through everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, I'm sensitive to smell. So if I'd have been in those places, I'd have had a fucking headache. So I was like kind of in and out of every place. And they're small shops too, but there's a lot of cool stuff. Like if you're in, you know, I mean, there's a lot of tie-dye shit and, you know, Bob Marley, you know, paintings and shit like that.
Do they have waterbeds and stuff there?
Not really, but yeah,
Do
you
they-
can find
do
some bongs.
Do they
there.
have the tobacco paraphernalia or whatever they called it?
Well, you know, it's funny. I bought my brother a what are those lighters?
Zippos.
They're like butane lighters, I think.
Like
Yeah, they shoot out real quick.
Yeah.
I bought him one of those with like a smiley face of like a, you know,
Yeah.
What do you want to call it? The Rastafari colors on it and
Yeah,
all
Jamaican
that.
or
It was like a little
Jamaican.
smiley face that was high. I swear to God, it was like he was so happy to get it. He was so happy to get that lighter. Like nothing else in the world mattered to him. He was like staring at it, smiling and clicking it on and off. And I'm just like, wow, he fucking digs that.
Yeah.
But it was a place for him, that's for sure.
Right.
But yeah, everything smelled the same there, like in all those shops. And there's some cool shops in there. There's a real cool comic book shop, and they've got tons of old books and comics and stuff like that, and
That's
some
cool.
Blu-rays and stuff. I did see Thank You Dave Chappelle sign while I was there,
Oh, yeah.
but no Dave Chappelle anywhere. But yeah, we ate at Peaches. And that was good. And then we went to Clifton Mills, and it's like a historic mill, water mill.
Mhm.
And that was cool. They were setting up all the Christmas lights. So I definitely want to go back and see the Christmas lights. But they have a little brunch. You can eat brunch inside, and they have a gift shop, and it's like all fucking Christmas shit.
Mhm.
Like that's all this place is. But that was really cool. You know, I got some pictures of that. And then we went to Young's Dairy Farm, which was founded in like 1869 or some shit like that. But I had a really good pumpkin milkshake there. That was the shit.
Look good.
Yeah, that was the shit, dude. That place is good. And then we went out and pet the goats. So that was my day yesterday.
That's a nice way to end the day. Petting some goats.
Yeah, yeah. They were wanting some food, but I didn't have any quarters to give them any food. So
They try to head ram you.
oh, dude, some of I found one had horns. You know, there's horns that they have. You know, but yeah, they're like jumping on top of motherfuckers to get up there to get fed. You know, and you're just like, oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I can only pet you. I don't have any food, and they're like trying to lick your hand because they think you got food.
Huh.
But yeah, it was a fun day, man. So if you're ever looking for like a little weekend getaway, Yellow Springs, Ohio, I mean, it's a lot to see and take in. And, you know, they've got lots of bike trails and places you can hike too. So, I mean, it's an experience. So it's definitely worth a weekend, I think. But we actually have, this is Mountain Dew's newest release. If you can see it,
A fruit quake.
Mountain
Quake?
Dew Fruit Quake.
I don't know about feel about
The fruit cake flavored drink
You guys ready?
that we all didn't know we needed.
Here, cheers, baby.
cheers. Cheers.
All right.
We need the spittoon so we could do the swish.
Make sure you get every tooth in there so cavities will be equal.
It's not bad.
It just tastes like fruit punch.
Yeah, it tastes like fruit punch.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got out of that.
A Mountain Dew fruit. Like
Yeah.
I actually don't mind it.
Yeah. Because when you see the name of it, you're like, it's gonna be kind of like maybe like
Like
zero tasting.
Like, do you
or
get
something.
nutty? How do you get
Yeah.
nutty Mountain Dew?
Yeah, I just think it tastes like a fruit. Oh, look, Rob's down in it. That surprises me. You're gonna be okay. You don't need a shot after that.
I'm fine.
Because it's not zero.
Oh, I know it's not zero. Like, trust me.
I
Once-
can taste the real sugar.
I can taste the sugar down my throat.
Hey, Rob.
Fructose corn syrup.
Rob's
Yeah.
like,
Like those goats.
Rob's gonna be like,
Like Tasmanian devils start.
what's the meme of the little girl with the cotton candy that goes nuts or whatever?
Yeah. I swear to God, like at the end of it, like she's like, fuck. Like she's like muffling it.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, I don't mind it. It's
Got kind of like a cough medicine-y taste to start with.
Then the fruit
But
punch.
fruitier than that.
I mean, so far, my favorite Mountain Dew that they've made is probably that Purple Thunder or whatever it is.
That's
the grape flavored one.
Yeah, I like that one. And actually, I like this one better than the hot Cheetos one, actually.
Oh, that hot Cheetos
Yeah.
one I did not like.
That
It
and the
didn't really,
pineapple
it was
one.
like it didn't really do anything for me.
Yeah.
If you guys want any more, it's right here. You know, don't make me drink everything tonight.
Drink it. Drink it.
So you guys ready to get on to our first little topic here?
Sure.
All right. Let me share my screen for those of you watching on YouTube.
Are we about to start talking about the Jews?
Yeah.
The Jews control everything.
Look, there's some people out there that control everything. I don't want to say who they are, but it's the Jews.
Hey, man, you don't mess with them, man. They'll end your career.
Sorry, most of those are
Whenever I hear
old.
people start talking like that, or they talk about like the Jews are running Hollywood, I'm like, Mel Brooks, what are you doing, Mel Brooks?
Right.
They're just old, rich white dudes. Who cares?
So, anyways, you know, if you've been living under a rock for the past 2 weeks, Ye has just broken out and lost billions
Is
of
it
dollars.
yay or ye?
It's
Ye.
Well,
it's
I didn't.
It's Kanye West.
It didn't.
Kanye and Ye.
Right. That's what I was. It didn't hit me until you just said it out loud. Like, oh, wait a minute. I've been kind of saying it ye
Ye.
when I think
it's Ye.
But yeah, Kanye. So it just
That's how I've always been like Ye,
that makes sense.
since it's short for Kanye.
Kanye West.
But
Not
Kanye
Kanye.
West, you know, He's
The artist. Every time I hear the news report, it's the artist formerly known as Kanye West.
is that what they say?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about that. He did.
Did he legally change his name?
I don't
To
know.
yeah, I thought he
Probably
have.
did. I don't know. I still
He's pulling a Puff Daddy.
look at it. Doesn't he look like an asshole right there with his "Make America Great Again"
He
hat?
just looks like a fucking prick.
He looks like a gentleman with some sort of
Mental illness.
mental
Yeah.
illness.
Yeah,
yes.
there you go. Yeah. Well, they told me they take medicine, but I told them no because those Jews are just trying to troll me.
But anyways, he made some anti-Semitic comments. That is the proper way to say that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This isn't the
And,
first time, I don't think either. I think he's done
no.
it before.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure this is another incident of the same comments being brought up.
He's turned into a very conspiracy-minded or oriented person.
For real, dude.
Certainly since the Kardashians.
It really it concerns me, because I think I'm like an average person, I think,
Mhm.
and I love conspiracy theories, but I never take it to the extreme, and I'm like, let it control my life and anger me and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
just look at it as entertainment at the end of the day.
There's a difference between entertainment and being a fucking psychopath. And
I love reading about conspiracy theories. I mean, look, we've got a UFO sign in here, and but I mean, and I'll talk about John F. Kennedy stuff all day long if you want to, but I'm just not into letting things consume my life and take my happiness away. And I always look at these yeah, it's probably not true, but it's fun to read about them, But some of these other people, they let this shit get to them and let it consume their lives, and they become different people over it, and it's pretty fucking scary. It's fucking scary, is what it is.
this shows everything goes downhill when your ex is banging Pete Davidson at the time. So.
Yeah.
That's what is Pete Davidson. I wonder if it doesn't sound like a Jewish name. I wonder if it's his real name.
Pete, I think Pete.
I'm gonna
Davidson
look
would be
that
his
up.
name. I would think.
All right. Rapper Kanye West, officially known as Ye, sparked controversy in October 2022 with a slew of deplorable actions, including making anti-Semitic remarks on social media and wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt during a Paris Fashion Week. I didn't realize he did that. Wow.
I don't remember if I saw that one or not.
Over the next few days, several top brands and athletes associated with the American rapper ended their relationship with him. As a result, Ye, who owns some of the most expensive things such as ranches and a Boeing 747, is no longer a billionaire on Forbes' list, a status he enjoyed since 2020. By the way, this is from augustman.com. So I don't really know how reputable this website is. I just found it when I was trying to Google a timeline of this stuff.
Yeah.
For the record, Pete Davidson's father is predominantly Jewish, but Jewish ancestry is passed down through the mother. So he's not particularly Jewish, but he's got some in there. So
yeah.
Maybe that's what pushed.
Why. That's what pushed him to the edge.
That's what pushed you to the edge.
That's what's getting him. He's like, motherfucker.
You're banging a Jew. My God.
Because they're not divorced yet, I don't think.
I don't know.
I think they're still in the process of it.
I thought maybe they were done.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're done, but I don't think they're officially divorced.
Yeah, I think it's still in the. I know those take a lengthy process too with the divorces, especially with the celebrity statuses. I would say.
All right, let's see here. Ye held a private show for 100 guests at the Paris Fashion Week on October 3rd. At this show, he was photographed wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt. The slogan was criticized by many as a fascist call in response to the Black Lives Matter movement, according to the hate group tracker Southern Poverty Law Center. White Lives Matter is a neo-Nazi group. Oh, shit.
They are officially divorced.
Oh, okay. Cool.
At least as of March.
Thank you, producer. On October 8th, 2022, he posted anti-Semitic comments on Twitter and Instagram that violated the policies of the platforms. In one of the posts, which was later removed, Ye had said he would soon go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people.
DEFCON 3.
And if you can't see that, that's in all caps, Jewish people.
I remember that. I remember when he tweeted that, and everybody's like, what is he talking about?
Yeah. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda, he said in the same tweet. Before putting out the comment, Ye took to Instagram accusing record producer Sean Diddy Combs, formerly known as Puff Daddy and P. Diddy, of being influenced by end quotation, the Jewish people. The Anti-Defamation League slammed Ye's post, calling it deeply troubling, dangerous, and anti-Semitic, period. There is no excuse for his propagating of white supremacist slogans and classic anti-Semitism about Jewish power, especially with the platform he has, the league said in a statement. As a result, Ye was locked out of Twitter while Meta restricted his Instagram account. Boy, she looks amazing in that picture, doesn't she? Kim Kardashian.
Which is pretty good.
Okay. The fury over Ye's post also led his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, who is one of the most followed celebrities on Instagram, to issue the statement condemning his remarks. Hate speech is never okay or excusable. I stand together with the Jewish community and call on the terrible violence and hateful rhetoric towards them to come to an immediate end. Kardashian posted on both Twitter and Instagram without naming Ye. Okay.
We know you're talking about.
Wasn't her dad Jewish?
I think he's more
Robert
Greek.
Kardashian?
He was Greek, I think. Or
Not sure. You have to look that one up.
Maybe an assumption there, but I don't know.
I don't think he's Jewish.
He's a Jew lawyer, huh? Is that what you're saying? Huh?
I don't know.
Oh
I always
my
thought he
God.
was. But no, I guess not. Well, Kardashian doesn't sound Jewish,
Like
does it?
I think Zillow's might be right on this one. It might be more
I
of
think it's more like Greek.
like a Greek or Mediterranean.
Why was I thinking he was Jewish for some reason?
I mean, I think there are a lot of Jewish lawyers,
Yeah, it could
and
be.
it is. I mean, they're out on the West Coast in Hollywood and all that. So
Yeah, I mean,
for all the talk of the Jews controlling Hollywood, there's a lot of Jewish people out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
it's a fair assumption, I guess.
Right.
Days later, Ye appeared on Tucker Carlson's Fox News show and made conspiratorial comments, which were not aired by the channel.
that's bad.
It's bad when Fox News cuts your
If
shit
Fox
out.
News is like, we can't do this.
Yet, according to Time magazine, the unaired footage was later made public, and it shows Ye making unfounded claims on abortion, as well as passing fat-phobic comments about American rapper singer Lizzo. He's just all on it, isn't he?
So I
don't know. Is it just fat phobic to call? I don't know what his exact quote was on that, to call somebody fat. I don't know. It's just
So I was incorrect. Armenian.
Armenian. That's
Armenian.
Armenian, yeah. That would explain like their, that their complexion and stuff like that. Yeah.
The dark hair.
Yeah. They're beautiful people.
They are.
I think that's explained by cosmetic surgery and Photoshop.
Yeah, it's funny. Like they've all had work done, and they were all very good-looking people before the work. So it's like,
Well, especially Chloe, because like I saw like on video, like her transition from like 2003 to like
yeah,
now,
she's
it's
had a
like,
lot of work done. Okay. In the same interview, Ye defended his decision to wear the White Lives Matter t-shirt. I said, I thought the shirt was a funny shirt. I thought the idea of me wearing it was funny, he told Carlson. And I said, Dad, why did you think it was funny? He said, just a black man stating the obvious.
Sure.
I mean, it is kind of funny him wearing a White Lives Matter shirt.
Yeah.
But or maybe it would be funny if he wasn't so already kind of crazy.
Yeah, but people just don't, people aren't going to pick up on that, even if it was a joke, He also claimed that former President Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who is Jewish, negotiated Middle East peace deals to make money. Well, that might be one of
I mean, that might be kind of true.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it just so happens that he is Jewish in this
Yeah.
case.
Following Ye's comments and actions, an American white supremacist anti-Semitic hate group named, Goyim Defense League, reportedly unfurled a banner reading "Kanye is right about the Jews" on a Los Angeles flyover. Jesus.
I think I saw pictures of that one.
Members of the group also reportedly did a Nazi salute. Jesus, man. These people are crazy. Several top Hollywood celebrities pointed out that this was because of Ye. Comedian Sarah Silverman shared the picture of the hate group unfurling the banner and wrote, "Let me guess, still not time to get scared." I think it is. Anti-Semitism in any form is deplorable. In person, online, doesn't matter where. It's hate and it's unacceptable, tweeted Reese Witherspoon. Hey, if Reese Witherspoon's tweeting it, you need to listen up.
That's
Like-
right.
Like if you're on the side of the people with the swastikas and the Sieg Heils, hey, you might want to take a look around.
Listen to Reese Witherspoon. That's America's sweetheart right there. Yeah, she's taking it from Sandra Bullock.
That's right.
Adding, completely understand why my Jewish friends / colleagues are frightened for their families. This is a very scary time. It really is. I mean, when these people start talking about this shit, they go out and act on it.
Yeah.
I mean, they've proven that over the past 6 years.
Yeah. And then remember all the attacks on the Asian people,
community?
Asian
Yeah.
community. Now, why not be the Jewish community? All because of yay.
It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
It's the way that it works,
Yeah.
And it's sad that it has to be like that. As things got heated further around Ye's remarks, several top names from the world of business that were associated with the rapper terminated their relationship with him. J.P. Morgan chased severs ties. Oh, jeez.
I didn't know they had ties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drinks Champs removes podcast. Oh, man. Keurig is pulling the plug on him.
Okay.
Vogue and Anna Wintour in their relationship with Ye.
That makes a little more sense.
Was it Yay Coffee products now?
Ye's agency CAA removes him. Former agency CTA condemns rapper, so he's got nowhere to go now.
Oh, he's got to go
Are
fund
we
me.
getting to the best part? Do we do the Skechers yet, or the
Yeah.
the Skechers, the Adidas?
MRC shelves completed documentary on the same day production house. MRC announced that it is shelving a completed documentary on Ye. Wow.
Here we go.
Adidas suffers massive loss but ends ties.
Is that a picture of him and Tony Hawk?
I don't.
That kind of looked like Tony Hawk.
That's probably Adidas CMO Eric
Looks like Tony Hawk.
Leidke. Yeah, it does look like Tony Hawk though.
Birdman.
Adidas
2.0.
and Yeezy. Yeah, I mean, what was he thinking that was going to happen out of all these comments?
Well, he even said that they can't do nothing to me. So he feels that he brings them so much money that he can say what he wants. So he can't say what he wants. That's no problem, but there's consequences.
They can do whatever they want to you.
Yeah.
The best way is to cut you off, to cut your money supply off and cripple you.
He'll be on GoFundMe begging, and people give him money and feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, as you can see, I mean, it's just a barrage of people just condemning him and cutting ties with him.
And that's the thing. I couldn't be like
That picture right there. That's going to have to go on our cover photo for this episode.
I couldn't be a CEO because they're like, oh, what's your statement on Kanye West? He can get fucked. He's discharged.
Yeah, here
He's
you
cut
go.
off. Sorry.
Gap removing all Yeezy products. Skechers removes Ye from its corporate offices. A day after Adidas decision, Ye arrived at the Los Angeles corporate office of footwear brand Skechers, but was escorted out by the company's executives. In a statement issued on October 26, Skechers noted that Ye arrived unannounced and without invitation because he wants more money that he's losing. Skechers is not considering and has no intention of working with West. We condemn his recent divisive remarks and do not tolerate anti-Semitism or any other form of hate speech. The company would like to again stress that West showed up unannounced and uninvited to Skechers corporate offices, the company said. Well, there you go. So he's gone from that one. Like, how bad is it when you're like, you're losing all this shit and you're so desperate, you're turning to Skechers. Like,
I mean, I love my Skechers, but
I've never worn a pair of Skechers, but I hear they're super comfortable.
Yeah.
So maybe he was like, maybe I can get some Yeezys on these.
No, sir. You're too fucking crazy for us. We're going to let you go.
And Skechers, I mean, do they really have any celebrity? I would think there's some sort.
Didn't they have
He was have some kind of commercials.
Didn't they have like the football, one of the football guys?
Was it like Brett Favre or something?
No,
like that?
it was Howie Long. Is that his name?
Oh no, they had Joe Montana.
They were doing all the.
And they did have Howie Long, I think. Yeah,
they were doing all those commercials about going on the airplane and slipping your shoes off or whatever.
Yeah, Joe Montana had them, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
And then, oh, hold on, we can do a little quick Google search here.
Like the Skechers Comfort Fits and
Skechers. What do we put? Celebrities. Celebrity endorsement.
I would happily endorse some Skechers. Send me some money.
Would you really?
Oh yeah.
Maybe we can get a deal for you. Yeah, they have Skechers slip-ins now.
Yeah, that was the big
Arch
thing.
fitting. Yeah, I've always heard they're super comfortable shoes for your feet.
It's my go-to shoes. I got my New Balances and my Skechers.
I wish they had a list. Like I can't find a list of endorsements. Why is that? Maybe if we did celebrities who endorsed Skechers. I'm looking here. Okay. Demi Lovato is one of the many celebrities who have starred in ads for Skechers. Oh, look at that. Poor man's Katy Perry right there, buddy. Ah, these ads are so annoying. Oh, there's a whole list of them.
Don't they had
Nick Jonas collaborated with Creative Recreation Online of sneakers that launched.
Brooke Burke, wasn't she one of those Biggest Loser?
She's one of those like fitness like hosts.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You got Christina Aguilera for Skechers. Jillian McMichaels for K-Swiss. Candies. Oh yeah, look at Demi Lovato rocking her. We'll go to this screen here. There's Demi Lovato rocking the Skechers, baby.
There's the Willie Nelson was in a Skechers commercial.
Was he really?
Yeah. Willie Nelson goes on the road and legalized campaign with Skechers at the Super Bowl.
Megan Trainor for Skechers. Boy, they love their pop stars, don't they?
See, that's Brooke Burke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you see her,
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah,
recognize her.
I can't find.
It's so funny because it's like they name these celebrities, but like I don't remember them wearing Skechers or like promoting the Skechers. Always seem like the basic,
Yeah,
actresses. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't recall.
I can't find the men. It doesn't seem like.
I know what did Brett Favre do? Like Copper Tommy or whatever. I know he did that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm pretty sure Joe Montana did one, and
Who was the other guy? Doug Flutie. I don't know. He was in some commercials there for a while. I don't remember if he was at Skechers or not.
Howie Long. I know Howie Long did it. It's just Howie.
He did a couple of them there for a minute. He was like one of their big commercial guys. On the road as much as me.
Right. You need a comfortable shoe.
It's like, do you believe your own bullshit? Because that's just very.
Oh yeah.
hard to swallow.
Check this out. Watch this.
There it is.
The ultimate solution for all day comfort. Boom. Look at that. Howie Long.
It's like the
Showing those fucking Skechers off like a champ. And it's like, if you wear Skechers, you might be riding in a private plane like this.
Hey, let's do it.
I think that's false.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That gentleman posed with the Skechers on.
$60 million
Boom.
plane with a 30 pair of
You got your Jordans on and you've got a sore lower back. I've got my Skechers on with a fresh fucking back.
Fuck your Jordans. Where's your Skechers at?
Look at that. This is a guy that just got laid last night because he has Skechers on.
Oh man.
We're not saying it's because of the Skechers he got laid, but
look at this. Here's another picture. You can tell this is a guy who's getting laid.
see, now that's all about me. I need my wide fit shoe. So there you go.
Oh, you need wide shoes, huh?
Yeah, that's why I like my Skechers to get my wide fit.
They do look very stylish right there.
They look comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just don't remember like with those pictures. I do kind of remember it now, but the other celebrities, I don't remember them seeing or doing anything but just like the basic actresses. And
This
stuff.
picture right here just seals the deal.
He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I would like another mimosa, please."
Like if you wear Skechers, you'll feel and look like this.
He looks like he's getting ready to stand up. Like he just getting ready to move the leg over and stand up.
I'm sorry. The bag of cooking is ready to be sniffed off the whore's ass. Yeah, we're ready to go.
This is like, hey, do you want to come join the Mile High Club in the bathroom, Howie?
On my way.
Yes, I would.
Would you like to do a bump while we're in there too?
Yeah.
It's a whole. You got a whole line of Skechers commercials right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're at 45 minutes. Woo, we are just killing it tonight.
That's right.
All right. So moving along to our next, you have reached the limit of free articles. Oh, geez. I don't want to pay for this.
Oh, that's so funny to me.
I'm not trying to pay
I'm
for
not
that
paying
shit.
shit.
Fucking New York Times. Fuck you. All right. We'll just find another fucking article. How's that sound?
Sounds fine to me.
Anyways, our next segment is on Elon Musk and the Twitter takeover. So what do you guys think about it?
Motherfucking Terminator's terminating everybody.
Dude, he's going fucking nuts, isn't he?
Yeah. I believe he said he fired like 50% of like half the Twitter
Yeah, it's
employees.
insane.
It was some
dude.
large number.
Yeah.
He did give him 3 months severance though. So yeah.
I guess there's like an increase on the blue check mark as well. And fucking
Oh, dude,
employees
it's insane.
like
man.
$21 or something. And it's like fucking people are freaking out. I know Stephen King's like, get fucked.
All right, let's see what we got here. This is a 10-month chaotic saga. All right, going back. This is from businessinsider.com. These fucking ads, dude, they're everywhere. Can't stand them. A timeline of Elon Musk's 10-month chaotic saga to buy Twitter, from him tweeting a poop emoji at the CEO to becoming the company's new owner. No thanks. I would not like to sign up for your shit. All right. So the chaotic saga between Elon Musk and Twitter came to an end Thursday. Just a day before his deadline to close the deal, Musk purchased the social media company for a staggering $44 billion, one of the largest acquisitions of a tech company in history. Musk recently changed his Twitter bio to Chief Tweet. Or Chief Twit, I'm sorry. But yeah, does that sound kind of funny to you, Chief Twit?
He's obviously meaning it to be funny.
Yeah. He's just very his own special way.
And marked his location as Twitter HQ. The deal comes 10 months after a dizzying series of events, which first began in January when Musk bought up Twitter shares. If you're hazy on some of the events within the time period, we've compiled a full timeline of developments from Musk tweeting a poop emoji at CEO Parag Agrawal. Did I say that right?
Probably not.
Agrawal?
Probably not.
Yeah, dude, I hate mispronouncing people's names, but fuck, I mean,
It's not like you're doing it on purpose.
No.
You are making an effort to pronounce their names correctly.
To Twitter and Musk suing each other. Wow, I didn't realize that was going on. Well, yeah, they did sue because he was kind of like backing out, wasn't he?
Well, at one point they
Something,
basically
yeah.
made the deal and he wanted to back out.
Yeah,
But when you make those deals, there's I forget what
you have to pay them a certain amount of money.
Yeah, there's some kind of clause or whatever in the contract that if you back out, you still have to pay them a large amount of money.
Yeah, X amount.
I forget what the name of the clause is.
All right, by March 14th, Musk had 5% stake in the social media company, a threshold that U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission deems large enough to require a public disclosure. The Washington Post estimates that Tesla CEO saved about $156 million or 30% by delaying disclosure until after the SEC's March 25th deadline and buying the stock at a lower price. The billionaire did not reveal his stake until April 4th when he had amassed about 9.2% of Twitter's shares. Look, doesn't he look fucking evil in that picture?
Yeah, there's times like he looks fucking goofy, and then there's times he looks like
he's a fucking dick,
like an evil prick.
Like he's just a rich kid that continuously got lucky. I think. I mean, he's smart, but I think he's definitely gotten his fair share of luck everywhere he's gone.
Well, you know, when you've got money to begin with, you can afford to take a few more risks.
Oh yeah,
and then eventually people are going to forget the risk that didn't work out quite as much as the risk that paid off.
Exactly. You look like a genius, just like he does. The next day, Twitter told the SEC it intended to appoint Musk to its board of directors. Oh, Jesus. On April 10th, news service that Musk had chosen not to join the board. Parag announced on Twitter that the billionaire had decided not to join the board after the Tesla CEO had spent weeks tweeting about his ideas for Twitter, including discussing turning the company's headquarters into a homeless shelter and adding an edit button. I believe this is for the best, Agrawal said. On April 14th, Musk offered to buy the company for 54.20 per share. Okay, the deal valued the company at 44 billion. Twitter threw up a corporate defense measure called a poison pill designed to stop Musk's hostile takeover attempt. That really worked out, didn't it? The next week, however, Twitter's board accepted Musk's offer.
That's what it was. I think for a minute there, it wasn't clear if they wanted to do it or not. And then they kind of figured out, okay, sure, we'll take your money.
Yeah, and it sounds like the guy who founded Twitter, what's his name?
Jack Dorsey.
It sounds like he's already got some state of the art social media in line.
I think it's called Blue Sky.
Yeah, and they're getting ready to roll it out in beta form.
And I just read a little bit about it, but it's supposed to be like some sort of maybe like social media aggregate where it's like it's a social media for your social media.
They say it's like a web browser of some sort.
Yeah, but it allows you to keep track of your social media over different platforms or something.
It's supposed to be revolutionary. Yeah. We'll just put it that way when it comes to social media. On May 13th, the billionaire tweeted that the deal was on hold. Don't you like how he's tipping his hand? We were just talking about the Hyperloop thing and how it's a massive fucking failure right now. Like he was like taunting that up like it was going to be the next big thing for America.
Hyperloops and the whatever the tunnel thing was.
Yeah, it's all fucking billions of dollars wasted now. Nobody mentions that failure though. He posted that tweet as his team investigated the company's claim that less than 5% of its accounts are fake and spam. Agrawal posted a thread on Twitter explaining how the company settled on 5% figure. Musk responded to the thread with a poop emoji. Can you see how to pronounce his name, Robzilla?
How's it spelled?
Agrawal. I'm assuming it's Agrawal. The next month, Musk filed a complaint with the SEC. He claimed that Twitter was actively resisting and thwarting Musk's informational rights. In the letter, he threatened to abandon the purchase agreement and said he had the right not to see the deal through. In response, Twitter said it gave Musk full access to its fire hose of data. Okay. The billionaire also attended his first all-hands meeting with the company's staff. On July 8th, hey, that's the day before National Sleazy Day, Musk's legal team notified the SEC that he planned to walk away from the merger. Twitter's board said it would take legal action to enforce the original agreement. Twitter fired back on July 12th by suing Musk and accusing him of refusing to honor his obligations. In the first pretrial hearing on July 19th, Twitter scored its first win against Musk after the judge agreed to an expedited 5-day trial in October. The longer the merger transaction remains in limbo, the larger of cloud of uncertainty is cast over the company. Okay, August 4th, Musk countersued Twitter. Then over 100 subpoenas were then served across both sides. Jeez, I don't remember it being this big of a mess. Do you?
It was kind of a big deal. I don't remember following it super, super close, but it was a real big back and forth.
Then came the whistleblower. August 23rd, Washington Post published an explosive 84-page whistleblower complaint from renowned hacker and former Twitter security chief Peter Zatko. In the complaint, the security chief, better known as Mudge, accused the company of lying to Elon Musk about spam accounts on its site and having poor security practices that could violate a previous FTC settlement agreement. A Twitter spokesperson said the claims are riddled with inaccuracy, and Zatko was fired for ineffective leadership and poor performance. Oh, that's something you never want to hear, poor performance. Within a week, Musk's legal team subpoenaed Zatko. Oh, geez. So it just keeps going on and on and on. September 7th, Musk took another loss in a pretrial hearing after the judge denied his request to delay the trial. During the hearing, it was revealed that Musk had told a banker at Morgan Stanley to slow down the deal in May. Look at that. I just love the pictures they're putting with these. Twitter slammed Musk's third attempt to get out of the deal as invalid and wrongful. On September 13th, Twitter shareholders were expected to approve Musk's original $44 billion purchase agreement. Zatko appeared before Congress on September 13th. In a surprise twist, Musk told Twitter that he would buy Twitter at his original offer of $44 billion. Look, another great picture that they put on this article.
Like a fucking like Bond villain.
He does, dude. He's an evil fuck, I'm telling you.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Bond.
Musk visited Twitter's headquarters in San Francisco and changed his Twitter bio to Chief Twit.
Is that the one where he took the sink with him? He said, "Let that sink in."
Yeah, entering Twitter's headquarters. And then he put dash, let that sink in. What a dickhead, right?
Just a rich person who's used to being rich.
And what if you're like one of the people there that you know you're getting fucking fired, and this asshole's walking in with a fucking kitchen sink?
Trying to be funny.
Yeah. Musk purchases Twitter and immediately fires top executives, including the company's CEO. Sources told Insider that Twitter and Musk formally closed a deal on Thursday, $44 billion, 54.20 per share. The same evening, sources said Musk fired at least 2 top executives, CEO Agrawal and CFO Ned Siegel. The New York Times reported that Vijaya Gadde, a legal and policy executive, and Sean Edgett, the general counsel, were also outed. So that is being said, and he's laying off like 50% of the workforce, isn't he?
I don't know if it's quite that much, but it's a good chunk that's up there.
Yeah, I think he's closing in on that. Here we go. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think of Elon Musk's hostile takeover of Twitter?
Like, I don't like, and I think what you mentioned too, that he's bringing in like the Tesla like engineers and shit, and I don't know understand the whole point of that when they're really not.
I saw somebody do like a TikTok about it, and they were talking about like I said, they're bringing in the Tesla people, and the Tesla people use different code, so they're wondering if that's one of the sort of like the Elon fans are like, oh, he's gonna come in and fix it, he's gonna fix the code and all that.
Oh yeah, I mean, the thing I thought was weird about that, it's like, yeah, these guys are making code for like cars and shit and other things.
Social media.
I mean, the social media's got to have different algorithms and stuff, but I mean, I guess it's all math when you come down to it.
Well,
so.
the guy in the TikTok was talking about Netscape Navigator, the browser that we don't use as much anymore, if at all. I don't know if it's still around, but he was talking about when they went from version whatever to whatever back in the late 90s. It took them like 3 years because they started fresh and wrote all new code to do that.
Wow.
So like if you were going to add, that was, a browser 20 years ago.
Right.
Like if you were going to stop now, just stop Twitter or something and rewrite the code from the ground up, like how long would that take you? Or would you rather just kind of keep adding code on to just kind of fix stuff as you go? It'd be, I don't.
Yeah. And these guys are probably very, very smart men, but how long would that take?
Yeah.
You mentioned, how long would that take? And especially from what, early 2000 to now.
Yeah. This one just says he's laid off thousands of employees from the department. I heard it was something like 50%.
Yeah. I heard the number on the way here this morning, and it was like was a lot,
like 3,000 employees or something, like 3,500.
Would you be like, well, fuck it, I mean, I really want to work for the guy, so I might as well just go ahead and get the severance and go somewhere else?
Well, I think I sent you guys the screenshot. I didn't look to see if it was 100% legit, but like somebody suspended his account. He fired them and they suspended his account on the way out.
Yeah, they suspended on the way out. That's great.
Why not?
That's like way to take a shit on the office, before you go. But I mean, I don't know. Is it gonna be terrible for Twitter? I don't know. I don't think so.
The backlash, that'll be kind of the hard part, because even let's just say he doesn't change anything at all, but the backlash is big enough that like advertisers, just like that with as soon as your backers and your advertisers and whatever start pulling out, you start losing money quick.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't afford to lose any advertisers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they said they made $5 billion last year or something like that, and they ended up paying like 4 point something billion, in debt out. So I mean, they really didn't make any money. But I mean, it's like 95% of their revenue comes from advertising. So it's like you can't alienate the advertisers and let conspiracy theories go wild on that platform. And I think he knows that.
Yeah.
Because he even issued a letter saying he wasn't going to have a free for all.
Yeah. Like why?
He's not stupid. I mean, he's a dick, but he knows.
He wants his $44 billion to turn into to 88 billion.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, well, if we maximize ads and we profit even more off of ads and we increase, people coming to the platform, then that means we can get more ad revenue. And then anybody that has a blue check mark, that's automatic revenue if we charge them. He was saying $20 originally, and then
a month or whatever.
Him and Stephen King got into it. Stephen King was like, fuck this asshole. He needs to be paying me to tweet, which is absolutely true.
Right. That's the thing. Like, you want, famous people or, the influencers, whatever you want to call them.
And that's the whole thing why people are on Twitter, to interact with people of upper status and celebrity status and interact with their politicians and stuff like that. And you need to not fuck with those people to get all the mass amount of people that want to deal with them,
Well, just like he said, influencers too. That's how they make their money, and then it leads to their other money. So you're making money for them being on your platform.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to alienate, the celebrities, even though they do, just like we talked about, the influencers make money off of that, the exposure and all that. And I mean, is $8 a whole lot? No. Especially for somebody like Stephen King. I mean,
or these OnlyFans chicks who spread the cheeks for $30,000 a month. They can afford the $8.
I hope he doesn't change any of the policies around porn stars and stuff like that. I do enjoy like some of the porn stars that tweet. Yeah, they're like, hey, check out my tits today. And I'm just like, oh, that's nice.
Thank you, Twitter.
Yeah. Here's a picture of my butt.
Let's tweet that out.
Oh, that really made my Wednesday.
It was a shitty day till I saw that booty.
Yep.
Really made my Wednesday.
Yep. That really made my Wednesday.
It wasn't kidding about hump day.
Yep. Hump day just became a little bit better, But I don't know. I mean, I don't see him destroying Twitter. I mean, is there going to be little changes here and there? Yeah. I think he's going to, he talked about wanting to make it like China's, what is that, We message or whatever it is. I'm not entirely sure the name of it.
I know what you're talking
about.
But
you can make payments and stuff like that through it and all that. So I think he's going to try to revolutionize Twitter in some different way. But I mean, is he going to be able to do what he wants and maintain the volume of subscribers is the question. And
well, because the big deal is that he's got these supporters who want to bring, air quotes, bring back free speech and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
And basically be, racist or whatever on Twitter.
I think for the one you mentioned for China, WeChat and Weibo.
Yeah, WeChat. That's what it is. Yep. Yeah, and I mean, if you've ever listened to an interview of him talk about Twitter, and he wants to model it after WeChat. I mean, you can just tell in the way he speaks about it. But I think things are going to get worse before they get better for Twitter. I mean, and I don't understand how you lay off half the workforce. I mean, when you lay off that many people after 4 days of being the CEO or whatever.
And he even came out before, right? Before he even was officially a CEO or whatever, and said, I'm going to fire a bunch of people.
Yeah. But I mean, if you lay that many people off, do you A, know what all of them do? B, do you know the ramifications that's going to happen if you get rid of all of them?
He's probably just looking at it as a math number and just say, well, fuck, I'll be fine.
I'm sure he's going to just load the fuck out of whoever is still left there with work.
And then they're like, why can't you just fire me?
Yeah. I mean, those people are going to wish they were fired.
Yeah.
That's how bad it's going to be.
If you look at him, he just looks like he would make you work 22 hours out of the day.
He expects people to work like him, or be obsessed like him, or to be obsessed like him. I mean, he's a red leader all the way.
Yeah.
If you've ever taken that class before.
No.
Color code class. It's fucking stupid.
Oh, okay. Let's say it sounds like it is.
It is. It's awful.
Sounds like it's a waste of time.
Yep.
Color is your attitude.
Yeah. I'm a white and yellow. What are you?
I never took it.
Oh man.
Is there a color for get
Thank
fucked?
God. Yeah. I wish I could have said that. All right. So we're done talking about Twitter, I guess, and Elon Musk.
Yeah, it's
fucking Terminator.
By the way, I just want to ask you this question. Do you think Elon Musk has changed the world at all?
I think he's given a lot of ideas, but has he changed the world? No.
I don't think he's just like the guy.
SpaceX is pretty cool.
Yeah, but
Tesla's cool.
So did he come up with SpaceX, or was it already a company?
I want to say it was already a company.
That's what I think. Everything that he's touched it was already a company. He started.
He's basically throwing money into companies and then saying,
he's always gotten lucky, is what I've always kind of come to.
He does come from a family with some money.
Yeah,
he got into PayPal early.
Well, it was like X.com,
yeah.
And it was like an online kind of like banking thing or something. Yeah. And they competed with another company, and I think they merged together and they became PayPal. And then,
but he like he's not one of the guys. He didn't like invent PayPal.
Right.
He was just kind of involved.
Yeah.
And then PayPal got big, and that's where he got a lot of his money.
And they never like named him CEO, and I think he threw a fit and left.
Oh yeah.
And I think he cashed out and left. And then, I think he got in on he saw this company, Tesla.
Right.
He got in and he kicked the guy out that founded that.
Mm-hmm.
It says here he did fund SpaceX. It says it was funded in 2002 by Elon Musk with the goal of reducing space transportation costs to enable the colonization of Mars.
Funded. That's funded. Not founded.
I'm sorry, founded.
Is it founded?
Yeah.
Okay.
Founded. Yep.
All right.
Founded. Yep. Sorry, I misspoke.
All right.
I apologize.
But I thought that there was another. Maybe
Tesla. Yeah, he did.
He took over a company and turned it into SpaceX. Maybe.
Not sure.
Hey, I just don't know. But I mean, SpaceX is definitely his crowning achievement.
But of course, SpaceX gets a lot of money from the government still.
Yeah, they get tons of money from the government, and they use patents from NASA.
Yeah, like if he was just a guy out there like a yay science guy,
yeah,
he'd be a lot more tolerable.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it's not like he's not like staying up till 4 a.m. with the engineers working out how the rocket thrusts work or something like that.
Right.
He's like,
he's coming in and pushing people pretty much.
Like it takes some savvy, some smarts to know when to get into companies.
I kind of like compare him to like Henry Ford. Like Henry Ford was the guy that was ambitious and rode people and pushed him to kind of create, the 6-cylinder or what, even though he's obviously smarter than Henry Ford. But
I usually think when I think Henry Ford, I think about Bezos, because that's one thing Amazon really did. Amazon got that assembly line. They got that warehouse and the delivery and all that. So when I think of Henry
Ford,
another
fucking ambitious asshole right there, Bezos. But I don't know. I think he's a smart dude. I really do. And I think he's very ambitious. And, I think he wants to see, evolution of our species, obviously. He wants us to be a multi-planet species. But I don't know if he's as smart as people give him credit. Like Right.
He's not.
No, he's not doing
He's
that.
yelling at the person making code to hurry the fuck up.
Yeah.
So I can look smarter than
he's pushing everybody is what he's doing.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, if you had money and you saw a company like Tesla making these electric cars, you're thinking, oh, okay, we need to get into electric cars, and you got money to do it, then okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Great. We need people with money finding things.
I mean, that's the way the world is.
So. Yeah, but I mean, you look at all these failures that he's had, these big projects that he touted that we're going to change the United States and the world, and Hyperloop's done. The underground freeway that he was going to do in Los Angeles and California, it's done.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah, it's all waste of billions of dollars. But I don't know. I just don't think he deserves all the credit that some people give him. It seems like it's half and half. Like half the crowd wants to anoint him as the, this
new Einstein or something.
Yeah, like he's our generational genius. Then the other people are like, what's he created that's changed the world?
Right.
Nothing. Like he's just, he's rode other people into the ground and basked in their glory, I guess you could say. But
yeah, no, I appreciate things like SpaceX.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Anything
that can further us in space exploration, I'm 100% for.
Yeah. So you can say he's contributed to good things, but yeah, like the cult of Elon or whatever. Don't do it.
The Tesla fanboys.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on from the Twitter and Elon Musk saga now. And we got 2 more segments. 2 more freaking segments. And I think we all watched Cabinet of Curiosities as it was coming out that last week of October.
Yes.
And, I guess we're still not out of spooky season. We got to talk about this. but this is Guillermo del Toro's. Is that his name?
Guillermo del
Guillermo.
Toro.
Guillermo.
Guillermo.
Gizmo del Toro.
Gizmo,
He-
shut the fuck up.
Guillermo
he'd
del
probably go with
Toro.
it.
Gizmo. I do like that when they call him Gizmo and
Gizmo, shut the fuck
What
up.
We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
My name's Guillermo. No,
Gizmo.
it's Gizmo.
No, Guillermo. The vampires are talking, not humans.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
But anyways, this was Cabinet of Curiosities. How many stories was it?
8 episodes, so 8 separate stories.
So 8 stories. It's a horror anthology on Netflix.
Mhm.
And what they released 2 a day until they got up to 8.
2 a day for 4 days.
Yeah,
Starting
so
with the 20.
it was like their Halloween thing this year.
Yeah.
But
very cool kind of concept.
yeah, and it was from different. It was some short stories, different directors each episode.
Yeah, most of the episodes were based on a short story. I think they were all directed by different directors.
Yeah, they were all. Yeah, all. The entire thing
sure.
was produced by Guillermo del Toro.
That was
Of
just
course.
him
Yeah.
We had
limping out and opening the cabinet at the beginning of the show.
He wrote a book called Cabinet of Curiosities, and he's like based around his notebooks or something, because he's been a big horror monster kid ever since he was young. He created, I don't know if he pitched the series to Netflix or whatever, but it's kind of cool to bring back sort of this anthology format. It's really cool to not release everything at once, release it over a couple nights so people are watching it and talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, look what we did. We were all. I mean, I think it was mainly Simons and I. Well, Hot Sauce and I. We were both kind of like, "Did you watch this one yet? Did you watch that one yet?" And then you guys started to chime in later.
Yeah, because I hadn't watched it, so I was like, well, I don't want to chime in.
I think Del Toro even said on Twitter that might make it a little harder to gauge the metrics of the series. But yeah, I think it made it to like number 1 on Netflix's top 10 whatever list.
Now, did you make your list public?
I ended up making it public. Yeah.
Okay. So
usually when I do my letterbox lists, I just leave it private because it's just kind of for me.
Yeah.
But I figured out what the heck.
Close. All right. Let me. I'm gonna share the screen again. All right. So, and you actually did something cool with us, anyways. You were like, "I'm just gonna rank all these in a list," and I was like, "How the fuck did you do that?"
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that on Letterboxd.
Yep.
Yeah. There's me, the real sleazy. If you get a chance, you can follow. But you ranked them, and I ranked them. Did you rank them?
I didn't know how to do that either, so
You didn't read the conversation that we were having?
no, because I was busy.
You're never
He was
busy. Shut the fuck
he
up.
was still zoned out or whatever.
Yeah,
Did you hear that? I was busy.
I was busy.
He was
What were you busy? Laying on the couch?
That's right. How'd you know?
What's your name on here, Mr. PBS?
I think it's just my Twitter name, Rokyfo, ROKYFO. Or you can search for, yeah, there you go.
Kyle. I love that picture, by the way. Your profile picture that you always have.
It's from, I think it's from the first Dirty Harry movie.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the part where he's running around San Francisco or whatever, like waiting on the Zodiac or Scorpion Killer to call him and say where he's at. And I saw that it's just somebody wrote Kyle real big on like a subway or something. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep that for later.
Yeah, I really like Letterboxd. I need to get in on their membership.
It's
for the year.
it's $19 for the whole year.
Like, who cares if you're poor?
I think it gets rid of ads.
Oh yeah.
Because whenever I look it up at other places, there's ads in it. Like if I'm on Twitter or social media and I go to it, it shows ads. But when I'm actually like in my browser, it doesn't show ads or anything.
Favorite films, recent activity. Ernest Scared Stupid's on there.
I love it.
All
It's
right.
one of my Halloween watches.
Where do I find your list? Hold on. Let's go back.
Go back to where there should be up at the top there where it says 2 over to the right.
Oh, there we go. Right there. Bam. John Carpenter favorites. I like it. I mean, I'd have to sit down and think after that one.
There's some of them I definitely like better than others. So I pulled up like the Wikipedia and I'm like, all right, here's this movie. here's the next movie. Do I like that one better or worse than that one? And then the next movie, do I like that one better or worse?
Yeah, dude, I watched that Prince of Darkness one night, and
Mhm.
how, when I was watching movies every night in October for spooky season,
Mhm.
and man, that is a fucking good movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's some things are a little dated in it, but for the most part, I was like on the edge of my seat, like, oh fuck,
At
what's gonna
first,
happen?
like the first 30 minutes is like 5-star movie.
Yeah,
And then it falters a little bit in like the third third act, but it's my favorite Carpenter movie.
oh
That's what I
man,
figured
that
it
part
is
where
for-
that chick's laying down in the bed and the liquid's just like at the
Up on-
ceiling.
yeah.
Oh fuck, dude, it just kicks off from there. I'm like, oh fuck.
It was funny because you mentioned that, and it couldn't have been a couple of days later. I started seeing articles popping up like John Carpenter, Prince of Darkness, getting
I've seen that too.
yeah, getting
It's fucking good, man.
reconsidered or whatever.
And you can watch it on Peacock. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where I watched it. Okay, so anyways, we'll go through your rankings here of Cabinet of Curiosities. You had the autopsy at number 1.
I think that was episode 3. This was, I think a lot of people like this one.
Yeah.
This was basically, I love that it has F. Murray Abraham in it.
Yep.
It's from director David Pryor, I believe, who did The Empty Man, and The Empty Man was pretty good.
Then you got The Viewing.
Yep, that was Panos Cosmatos, who did Mandy. I know was a big favorite on this side of the table. I didn't think you liked that one quite as much.
Yeah, I was kind of like, yeah.
But he's got that whole like 80s aesthetic, colors, the sort of electronic music sound.
That episode was fucking rocking. Peter
Yeah.
Weller.
Yeah.
Oh,
Peter Weller was fucking on in that
give
episode.
that motherfucker an award.
I
Dude,
don't do that hippie shit.
Yeah. And the part where they're like on that couch conversing between each other. And
Can I get that room? I want the Sandpiper house.
too.
Over there.
right. And he's just fucking ripping on him left and right. And I'm like, this dude is fucking awesome. Peter Weller still has it, dude.
Yeah.
Well, even
Still fucking
and I
has it.
actually really liked Eric Andre because he did it's Eric Andre sort of thing, but he was kind of more.
He wasn't
tamed.
overbearing in it.
No,
Yeah.
that's the reason why I liked him.
Eric Andre was good in that episode. But I mean, Peter Weller, to me, he stole the whole Cabinet of Curiosity in that episode.
Yeah.
Then you have at number 3, which one is this?
It was Lot 36.
Lot 36. Yeah, that was a good one. That was the second or the first episode. First episode.
Yeah. That one is not based on a story. Neither is The Viewing. That one is I think it's written by Del Toro.
It's a short story by Guillermo del Toro
and it was directed by the other Guillermo, who's worked with Del Toro. And
Navarro.
Hot Sauce and I were talking about that one. That one seems to be lower on people's lists, but I think we really like that one. It's kind of funny. It takes place in the 90s. I love that it's like the storage locker people who back then we probably wouldn't have known quite as much about.
Yeah.
Because like Storage Wars and stuff didn't come out for another 10 years.
Right.
And I always like, that's like the asshole gets what he deserves genre. And I always enjoy that. A very kind of,
those are always very pleasing.
like Twilight Zone reminiscent in a way.
The karma gets you in the end.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then number 4, you got The Murmuring.
This one was pretty good. This is the one where Andrew Lincoln and his wife go out and they're bird watchers and they're filming birds and recording the sounds and all that. And they're kind of dealing with the loss of a child.
Yeah.
And kind of how these two things go together. That was based on a Del Toro story.
Some supernatural things going on around them.
And the birds and all that.
Yeah.
That was the last episode.
I wasn't a fan of this one.
I think it was a good episode, but I don't know if it was the one you'd want to end on.
Yeah.
That's the best way I would probably put it. Because I don't think it's, and even with all these ones, they're even like the ones that are not as good, they're still good.
Yeah.
But just maybe how they're played or put in.
All right. So number 5, you've got Graveyard Rats.
Yeah, Graveyard Rats was just kind of fun. It's kind of an old school story.
Yeah.
They kept it pretty simple. Some really, really cool effects.
Yeah.
And
there wasn't much surprise in that one.
Right. And sort of another asshole gets what he deserves kind of genre.
Yeah. Then at number 6, you've got The Outside.
It's
a creepy fucking episode right here.
Yeah, I didn't love this one, but I thought, because it's a great, it's the old story of, do you want to look good on the outside and be kind of empty on the inside?
Right.
And that's got Kate Micucci. I love Kate Micucci.
Yeah.
She did that Garfunkel and Oates.
They had her dolled up at the end of this one. It's like, God damn.
She is a little awkward looking in real life.
Yeah.
As well as, you know, she's cute, but they gave her like a crossed eye and they made her pupils really big.
Yeah.
That's really funny when she starts to look better and like her eye uncrosses.
Yeah.
And I like the episode.
All right. And then at number 7, you've got Dreams in the Witch House.
Yeah, no, these last two were the H.P. Lovecraft episodes.
That's right.
And
I actually didn't mind this one. I kind of enjoyed it.
I think a lot of people had this one. I got it pretty low anyway, but a lot of people had it kind of low, maybe the last. And it's hard to do Lovecraft accurately. Like you can do like Reanimator, which
Yeah.
they made it kind of funny and over the top. Right?
I do.
Nerve relief.
I didn't get this. Oh my God. It's going even.
Oh,
Scared the shit out of
Dude, that's funny. The X was off on that and it kept playing.
yeah.
Fucking ads, man. I can't stand them.
But I like this one. It's got that Rupert Grint, Ron Weasley.
Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
And like his twin sister dies when he's young, and he kind of sees the other side.
Yeah.
He spends his life looking for her.
He sees her get swallowed by like a forest or
It's like
something
the
like
Forest
that.
of Lost Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He dedicates his life to kind of
Doing
trying to reconnect with
supernatural
her.
and look for her. So and like I said, the thing about Lovecraft is he's all kind of about like that creeping unnamed dread.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to get across in stories if you don't do it just right. But it does. It's got a nice look, a nice feel, and all that. But they just kind of ended up being my least favorites of the season.
Yeah. And then last but not least, you've got Pickman's Model.
And this is the one where our boy Crispin Glover shows up.
Yeah.
He's really fun in it too.
Yeah.
Do you like how I was like, hey, did you Crispin Glover rocked in this one? And Hot Sauce was like, holy shit, that was him.
Yeah.
It is kind of hard to tell,
You cannot
especially at
tell.
first, because he's older, obviously. He's got a little bit of, he's doing some kind of accent that he's trying to pull off.
You see the smirk, and the smirk gives him away.
Yeah, especially when you look at him dead on. And
That evil fucking smile he has.
And he's like an artist who paints things that are really dark and are maybe true or not true.
Yeah.
And it kind of
Did you notice the other guy in it? You probably wouldn't. You've never watched Punisher, have you? On Netflix.
No.
The main guy in this is the villain from Punisher.
Okay. He looked familiar.
Yeah.
Ish.
He's been in a couple other things too. But yeah, I mean, this one I just thought it was okay. I mean,
yeah, like I say, both of the Lovecraft ones are a little not slow exactly, but just it's got a good ending. But it's just kind of like it's just
his name's Ben Barnes.
Yeah.
His name.
If there's one thing I'll say about these is there's good performances in every one of these episodes.
Oh yeah, they all look great.
Yeah.
They're all well directed. They're all acted really well. So like I say, I don't dislike any one of these.
Yeah.
But I those first 2 or 3 or 4 I really, really like.
Yeah.
And I do feel like the later ones, that the Lot 36 and the Rats are 50 minutes and like 30 some minutes. All the other ones are just about an hour long.
A little over an hour.
Yeah. And they all some of them feel 5 or 10 minutes too long. Maybe if they'd have shortened them up a little bit, it would have added something. But they're all, like I said, they're all an hour-ish or under. Really fun kind of old school watches. Like you said early, Del Toro kind of comes on at the beginning and kind of introduces them old school.
He hobbles over to the cabinet of curiosities.
He tells you like the story and gives you like an item from the story, and he usually names the director. I thought that's really cool.
Yeah.
That was sort of like one of the big draws for me, was that like they were all going to be directed by these other horror people.
Right. They kind of made it seem like it was going to be Del Toro doing all this stuff. And then you got into the show and you're like, oh, it's different directors, different writers. So that was cool. I really like that. So it's different perspectives all the way around.
Like I say, I'm always complaining about shows. Like there's all these old books and stories that you can make these shows and movies out of that they just don't. And they want to make more, Marvel or this or that or whatever, which is fine. But it's nicer to have this kind of stuff too.
So I had the Autopsy as 1, the Viewing at 2. So we were kind of similar there.
Like I think those two are just really standouts.
Yeah.
Like the Autopsy, especially by the end, just gets like, what?
Yeah, that was crazy. The last couple scenes in that. I think then I had Lot 36 at 3. Dreams in the Witch House 4, The Outside at 5, Graveyard Rats at 6, and Pikmin's Model at 7, and The Murmuring at 8. I wasn't fond of The Murmuring.
I mean, it's a slower kind of
Yeah.
thoughtful one. Like I said, it's not necessarily the one you'd want to go out.
It's very fucking slow. Yeah. So
I'm looking. I hope, like I say, I think it got up to number 1 on Netflix. I certainly hope they decide to do another one next year.
yeah, that'd be cool if they did another one.
Like I
every
said,
year.
all of them, all the design was great. It was, a mix of practical and CGI effects. I mean, this was really good.
And actually, my first pick was The Viewing. Actually, is 1, and the Autopsy is 2 for me. I would say so.
Nothing wrong with that.
I think even after when you get to The Viewing on the 7th episode, it's a change of pace. It's different, so that's what made it even better.
Okay.
For me, anyways.
Yeah, like I said, they were all very entertaining for the most part, and if you're bored, fucking get on Netflix and watch them.
I purchased Netflix to watch these.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right.
Give this man a round of applause,
so-
please.
Did you get a gift card?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
he never puts it on his bank card.
Not if I can help it.
Fuck that.
Sometimes you have to, but
He's like, I don't want to forget it and have
I
to
don't want
pay
them-
another month of
I don't want them
Netflix.
knowing my shit.
so Hot Sauce isn't here to tell me quit using other people's Netflix or whatever. I
Yeah.
did it, Hot Sauce. I did it. I used my own Netflix.
You grew up.
All right. So, like I mentioned earlier in the show, I went and saw Black Adam on $5 movie night because 90% Rotten Tomato audience score, and what was it, like 40%
Like
critic score or something like that.
something in that ballpark.
I'll look that up real quick. But anyways, I went and saw that, and I felt like I was in a weed dispensary the whole time. Let's see here. Where's my Flickster at? And then, Powerball jackpot has reached 1.6 billion. If you guys didn't know that.
Rotten Tomatoes is 40%. Metacritic 41%.
All right, let's see here. 40% tomato meter. Audience score is now at 89%. Okay, so I'm not going to say that, a lot of people that are seeing it that, I don't know, might be your average viewer. They're like, oh, it was so fucking awesome, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. It was just okay, I thought. It has great graphic, all the things you want in a superhero movie, great graphics, stuff like that, special effects. The Rock is the Rock, obviously, in it. And there's a lot of he's been asleep for 5,000 years. He's catching up on humor and learning the language that people speak nowadays and all this other stuff. And it takes place over in the Middle Eastern, area and all that. But, obviously there's cool stuff with him fighting, what do you want to call that? Mercenaries that have all this weaponry and stuff like that. And, he's got the Shazam powers, obviously. But I don't know. I felt like there was a lot of cheesy parts in it, like really bad acting, cheesy parts,
That's why I saw someone on TikTok. This woman said that.
Mic up. There you go.
Oh my God. Sorry. I didn't realize. Well, they said, they were shocked that they approved some of the lines in this movie.
Yeah.
And how bad it was.
Like there's a part where I don't want to spoil it, but this kid is trying to get the city inspired and riled up. And he's on this pillar and there's all these people down below. And he's giving this speech, but he's like, and then we need to go here and do this and do that. Like he's not shouting or anything.
I mean, evil dies tonight.
And I'm like, no, nothing like that. But he's trying to give an inspirational speech, but he's talking to him like he's not projecting his voice or shouting.
There's like thousands of people.
Yeah, like hundreds of people. And you're like, who edited this and didn't mention it? Like maybe we should reshoot this scene and have him shout,
Give this kid a microphone.
But I mean, it's not a terrible movie, not by any means. It's not. I don't think it's as bad as Suicide Squad or anything of that nature. But is it better than Shazam or Aquaman? Probably not. I don't think so. I think those are kind of still and the second Suicide Squad are kind of like the bar for the
I
DCEU.
agree with that.
But I like The Rock as Black Adam, but I think for what it is, it's good. It's still below your average Marvel movie when you're comparing or asking me. But
Well, things might change now since
I will say Pierce Brosnan
Dr.
stole the
Fate?
fucking show.
Oh, I guarantee he did.
He
already.
stole the fucking show, and they kind of introduced these characters, the JSA into it, and it's not like they're just kind of thrown into it, and you just kind of have to assume who these people are, and they kind of give like faint descriptions about their history with each other, kind of discussing it between themselves. But definitely Pierce Brosnan steals the show, and his interaction with Black Adam is good, and some of the powers that Dr. Fate shows off, you're like, oh man, that's fucking cool. But as far as when obviously the benchmark is a Marvel movie. I mean, when it comes down to it, and that's the ceiling, and they're still nowhere near the ceiling. And I mean, it's darker material still. Black Adam kills people, obviously, but
He
they
is sort
tried.
of the anti-hero.
He's
He's
Yeah,
not
he's a big
necessarily
anti-hero.
good guy.
And they tried to make him a good guy, and it felt like the formula they were working with just wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? Like they were trying to go for something, but his character doesn't match what they're trying to go with. And I felt like that hindered the movie a little bit. Like I wish they would have just made him ruthless and just done what he done. But he has a soft spot for the kid and the kid's mother and stuff like that. And it just kind of really goes into his character motivation throughout the movie. And I don't know, like it just felt like it wasn't hitting its potential throughout the movie. Like I was entertained, like some of the fights were fucking cool and stuff like that. And the bad guy was fucking awesome. But it never felt like the movie hit its potential. Like you're like, oh man, like a quarter into the movie, you're like, this is gonna fucking rock, and then it just never quite gets there. But the potential's there for it to turn into something good, definitely. But I mean, The Rock is The Rock in it. So if you're a Rock fan, you're gonna fucking dig it. But I mean, if you're expecting something on the level of like Avengers or something like that, it's gonna fall short for you. Um, but the good news about DCEU is our boy
James Gunn.
James Gunn is the head of DCEU now. I think he's got like a 4-year deal with obviously whatever fucking company it's called, Warner Brothers Discovery or whatever.
What do you call it now?
And they were looking for their guy or gal to kind of run.
They're Kevin Feige of DC.
Yeah, they wanted somebody with a vision, and I think they found him. I think James Gunn's going to do really good in that. I mean, everything he's touched, he's done really well with.
Peacemaker.
I mean, look what he's done with three comic book adaptations or characters, you want to say. He took B-level characters and he's elevated them to a pretty good reputation with viewers. So I mean, look what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. Had anybody ever fucking heard of Guardians of the Galaxy before that movie came out?
Nope. I
mean, I'm just kind of like your average comic book person, and I never really heard of it. I mean, I think I might have heard of Star-Lord here and there, but I was never owned a Guardians of the Galaxy comic book. And, of course, I stopped collecting all that stuff when I got to a certain age. But he's really just taken B-level characters and raised them to the A-level.
Could probably do wonders for Rob Zilla.
Yeah.
Change you up from a B to an A.
Imagine if James Gunn sat down and was like, tell me about your life, Rob.
We're going to turn you from a B star to an A star.
We're going to make you a star.
Do I have to?
And I mean, it's kind of funny because you look at James Gunn's path to this, and he was just kind of the guy that made cheesy horror movies and stuff like that. And wasn't he married to what's her face from The Office? Jenna something.
Jenna Fisher?
Yeah, Jenna Fisher.
I don't know.
I think he might have been.
I thought he just recently got married.
Yeah, he got married to the girl that
And Peacemaker.
yeah, she's in Peacemaker, the
She's
blonde chick.
the blonde, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I think James Gunn is a phenomenal talent. I think he's a great writer, and he just has the perfect balance of humor and seriousness in the movies that he's done recently.
Yeah, he's married to Jenna Fisher from The Office.
That's what I thought.
For 2000 to 2008.
And that guy, he must have some fucking skills, dude. He's just getting hot chick after hot chick. But I'm really excited to see where he goes with the DCEU, especially with Henry Cavill now announcing that he's going to reprise the role of Superman.
And says goodbye to The Witcher.
Yeah, that's another
Tisk,
thing.
tisk.
But
well.
and spoiler
all I
alert,
want to know is, did he show up in Black Adam? And Black Adam goes, "Who are you?" And as he goes to answer, he says, "It doesn't matter what your name is."
It doesn't matter what your name is.
No, he doesn't give him the Rock treatment, but I mean, spoiler alert, everybody spoiled it for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this one's out there.
Yeah, I mean, it was out there before the movie released.
Like a week before the movie. I was like,
Well,
what the fuck is this?
I think they even sort of unofficially say, "Hey, Superman's in this one."
Yeah, I think they did it to get more people to, be interested in it and to actually go to the movies. But yeah, Superman shows up right at the very end. It's kind of like
talk.
It's a thing where he like comes out of the
mist.
It's at nighttime and Black Adam's kind of like in the kingdom of whatever the city's called there in the darkness, and you just see a boom, and he kind of steps out of the darkness, and it's Superman, Henry Cavill, and he goes, "I happen to be a friend with Miss Waller, and we need to have a talk." Something of that nature, something very Supermanish that he would say. But
that's cool. Like I still think we've talked about it before. Like I still don't think he's gotten a chance to really be the Superman that he wants to be.
Right.
And I think maybe someone like Gunn is a person who will let him do that.
Yeah. I really hope Gunn's attached to any future Superman project with Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're going to be starting Man of Steel, so he's going to be producing that.
I mean, I think Cavill is too big to be Superman. I mean, to me, what's his face? Christopher Reeves will always be my Superman. And then from there, it's Tom Welling and then Henry Cavill. Those are my guys in order. But, if Superman needs to be like your average regular dude who just happens to be a fucking alien with super strength and can put on a suit and still look decent,
Yeah.
Henry Cavill's got the bodybuilder look and
he's massive.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, what's his face? Zack Snyder wanted to go with the muscular. He's into the muscular comic book look, and he wants that to come over on the screen. Not a big deal, but it is what it is. I still think that Henry Cavill is an excellent Clark Kent and Superman combined. But what are we going to see? We're going to see a Black Adam versus Superman movie of some sort. Man of Steel 2.
Maybe he'll be the villain, or Black Adam be the villain.
Yeah, and I mean that would be cool. Rocking back and forth. And then we still got the Shazam sequel coming out here soon. So
even
who knows
Aquaman,
where this
those
could go.
both look good.
I'm just interested to see is James Gunn going to continue on with the Snyderverse and kind of mix it into his verse, or is he just going to start fresh? Like Henry Cavill's our Superman, but all that's didn't really happen. Is that going to be the case? And then they're obviously going to have to replace the Flash. I mean, that's a whole fucking mess right there.
Don't even say his name out loud. I just think now that you mention it, I think we haven't heard anything about him in a while.
Ezra Miller. Yeah, well, Ezra
him.
Miller's like Candyman. If you look in the mirror and you say Ezra Miller, like how many times do you say Candyman? 3 times?
Yeah, like Beetlejuice. Just don't say it.
Yeah, don't.
If you say Ezra Miller 3 times in the mirror, he'll show up and attack you in your house.
What, touch your penis? It's like, oh my god,
I'm non-binary. Don't touch me there.
Well, I mean, at least with the Flash, because if you start doing the Speed Force,
is that still coming out? By the way,
it says I think next year,
Okay.
but like
I think it was supposed to come out in April next year.
Yeah,
I remember they kept pushing.
Well, they kept pushing it because he kept.
Who knows what the fuck they're gonna do with it?
Yeah,
I mean, it looked really good with Michael Keaton being in it.
Well, I feel at this point, because I guess they have really good viewer feedback from like screenings and stuff, and they put so much money. You're like, well, fuck it, might as well just go ahead. But
look, Ezra Miller,
Batgirl, and everyone else. So why not scrap it?
No, they can't scrap it. It's too much money.
Yeah.
And they just came out today and said they lost billions of dollars again in last quarter.
Yeah.
So I mean, they've got to make money. I mean, they've got to put it out and make some kind of money off of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like Ezra Miller as the Flash. I didn't like the style of how they kind of made him run. I liked how they did it in slow time because that's how it's supposed to be for the Flash. You know, he's supposed to be moving like everything around him super slow, but in reality, if you're on the outside, it's super fast.
Well, just like we talk about, I mean, there's literally 2 scenes in, Snyder's cut that just blows Josh Whedon's Justice League out of the water.
The scene of him rescuing what's her face, Iris, from the car accident,
fucking chills.
I think it's the best scene in any superhero movie that you'll ever watch.
I would say that, and then
he runs
when he's saving the scientist, and then you see him knocking it. Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
I'm like, we even said, how the fuck do you cut that out of a movie?
In Snyder's Justice League, the Flash literally has a couple of the best scenes you'll ever see in any superhero movie.
Yep.
And I mean, that scene of him saving Iris from the car wreck is just amazing. He literally runs out of his shoes.
Right.
I mean, they just evaporate pretty much. And I mean, he plays a good Barry. I mean, what can you say about that? But it's just a shame that, he's let his mental illness take him over like that. It's crazy. Britney Spears had, that whole thing going on. What do we call it?
Her conservatorship.
Conservatorship.
Yeah.
And she's nowhere near as crazy as these people.
Let's get this guy one.
Like, how is it that Kanye West is running around and somebody close to him hasn't gone to court with medical documents of some sort saying he was diagnosed with this? We need to conservatorships to save him from himself.
But Britney shaves her head and attacks the paparazzi harassing her. But let's get this bitch locked up.
It's crazy, dude. It really is. But anyways, what did I give Black Adam on Letterboxd?
I think it's like 2.5.
Did I give it that?
I think it's like 2.5.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Films.
I might be incorrect though, but I thought it was 2.5.
I did give it a 2.5 because it just wasn't. Like I said, it just didn't. It never hit its potential.
Would you? So when you talk about more, would you still rate it 2.5, or would it go up to 3?
I could go anywhere from a 3 to a 2.5.
Okay.
But I mean, it's decent, and I mean, it's entertaining. It's something to watch.
I did see someone that they were on TikTok. They're like, well, he's like, you're just like watching a Marvel movie. So you got Hawkman, who's Falcon, you got Cyclone, who's Storm, and they said Dr. Fate, who's Doctor Strange. So.
But what they don't realize is some of these characters predate some of the other ones. Yeah. So it is what it is. It's just somebody beat them to the big screen.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's solid if you're into superhero movies. What can I say? But
one review I wrote, I saw said, yeah, it's your basic blockbuster superhero movie.
That's all you can say. It's your basic blockbuster superhero movie. It's nothing special and it's nothing terrible. It just falls somewhere in the middle. And I really wanted it to be awesome.
You want to call that the Robzilla zone?
Yeah, it's in the Robzilla zone.
So it is.
But and I love The Rock, and I want everything The Rock does to be awesome. But it just it fell short, and I didn't have high expectations for it, so I kind of figured it would just fall right where it fell. And I
think a lot of people got that sense as they got closer to coming out.
Like, it is what it is. So. And I think, if you're your average person that isn't going through and scientifically ripping the movie apart.
The physics.
God damn it.
It can't land before.
Which reminds me, we didn't really talk about Barbarian.
No, we didn't.
Now that more of us have seen that one, we'll have to save that.
We'll do that in a couple of weeks, and we'll talk about the review of our good friend.
We'll have to save that one for hot sauce.
But check it out, though. Check out Barbarian.
We should have, we'll call in and have Hot Sauce and Muzz talk to each other about that.
Jesus Christ.
Because I feel like Hot Sauce has some good arguments for him. But yeah, so I mean, this has been episode 144 of the Sleazy Podcast. Hopefully you got some good entertainment from Kanye West and Elon Musk Twitter, and we went into the cabinet of curiosities for you, and then I gave you a spoiler-free review of Black Adam, I hope. Nothing that you didn't know already. Or
you see that week and a half before the movie.
Or whatever you didn't see people filming in the fucking theater. That pisses me off so much.
You know what?
Dude.
Death penalty. Death penalty.
Really, it's like, give me your fucking hand. Just chop that bitch off. Like,
Like, if I ever see somebody filming it in the theater, I'm going to walk up and throw their phone. Like, I'm just gonna snatch their phone and throw it.
Let me take your piece of shit iPhone real quick.
Like, you fucking deserve it, and you deserve to be punched in the face.
Fuck your iPhone.
Fucking asshole. You're the asshole that fucking posts the end of the movie on Twitter and it pops up for how many people, you know?
You're the people who I hate.
Fucking assholes, man. But this has been episode 144 of the Sleazy Podcast, the world-renowned Sleazy Podcast, I'm going to add. My call to action, as always, get one person to listen to the show, and from there, they'll get another person to listen to the show. We know you dig the show, so find somebody else that will. And, you know, if you disagree with us or you agree with us, start chatting with us on the Facebook account and Twitter and Instagram. You know, we'll talk back to you. You know, we're not afraid of shit talkers or anything.
Not afraid of shit talkers. We're not afraid of the Jews. I mean,
they don't own us around here, those Jews.
Watch it now. We don't need to have what money we have getting taken away from us.
What money we don't have.
Yeah, what money we don't have.
What endorsements are we going to lose this time?
You have to put like the pharmaceutical ad, like the Sleazy Podcast is not anti-Semitic and officially endorses the Jewish people of America and the world.
But yeah, so we'll be back in a couple weeks. Every other Friday we record, and this will be live. I want to say hopefully Monday I'll put it out on YouTube. Usually Monday or Tuesday I drop the YouTube. I reward you for listening to the audio first. So the YouTube is just a little special treat for those that would prefer the video version. Is there anything else you guys want to add before we go?
Check out Barbarian.
Yeah, Barbarian was good. And you can go to thesleazypodcast.com. We have a merch store on there. You can get t-shirts of our logo, a couple other things. Keep It Sleazy shirt. We've got t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeve shirts.
Do we have the hats now?
We don't have the hats yet.
Not yet.
And then we've got I think there's some shopping bags, maybe some yoga pants on there. There's all
Face
kinds
mask
of
and
pint glasses.
coffee cups.
There's all kinds of stuff on there. So if you're a fan of the show, check that out. Order a t-shirt. It all goes back into the show to make the product better for you. And
it all goes back into the insulin that keeps Robzilla alive.
Yeah. It goes into
support this young man.
Support the diabetes.
Being alive.
Yeah. For every shirt sold, a percentage will go to Robzilla's insulin bill of every month.
And get a picture of my face.
Right.
Thank you.
For the price of a small cup of coffee, you can keep Robzilla alive.
Yeah. But that's all we have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for another bi-weekly Friday recording. And as always, keep it sleazy.
Thanks for listening to the Sleazy Podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and remember, listen to Sleazy.